What if I told you that the very thing holding you back from success isn't a lack of talent, time, or resources? What if your biggest obstacle isn't out there in the world, but something you're doing every single day often without even realizing it? If you want to win, if you truly want to break through, level up, and create the life you know you're capable of, then there's one habit, one behavior, that you must stop immediately. It's not optional. It's not something to work on slowly. It's something that needs to end today. So what is it? Stop blaming. Stop making excuses. Stop outsourcing your power. This single destructive mindset, blaming others, blaming circumstances, blaming timing, blaming the past, this is what's keeping most people stuck. The moment you let go of blame is the moment you take full control of your life. Blame is deceptive, feels good in the short term, protects your ego. It gives you a story to explain your failures. It allows you to stay comfortable because it tells you that your lack of results isn't your fault. But here's the truth. As long as your story says someone or something else is responsible for your situation, you are powerless to change it. Blame makes you a passenger in your own life. You cannot drive toward success while sitting in the back seat. Winners don't blame. Winners take full ownership. Not because they like being wrong or because they enjoy discomfort, but because they know that ownership is power. You can't fix what you won't admit. You can't rise above something you keep pointing away from. If your finances are a mess, own it. If your health is deteriorating, own it. If your relationships are toxic, own it. It doesn't mean you caused every problem, but it means you claim the responsibility to change the outcome. That's the difference between victims and victors. Victims look for who to blame. Victors look for how to grow. Too many people are playing defense with their lives. Waiting, reacting, complaining, blaming. But winners, they play offense. They initiate change. They confront problems head on. They rewrite the story, not just retell the old one. Think about how many people you know who are waiting for the economy to change, for someone to apologize, for the perfect moment, for inspiration to strike. That waiting game is a trap. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act. And to act effectively, you must let go of the emotional addiction to blame. Now let's go deeper. Why do we blame? Because it's easier. Because it protects our ego. Because taking full responsibility is scary. If you admit it's on you, then you're the one who has to change. And change is uncomfortable. But here's the twist. Staying the same while expecting a different result is far worse. That's where regret lives. That's where potential dies. The moment you stop blaming, something amazing happens. You start to grow. Stop wasting energy explaining why it's not your fault, and you start using that energy to build something better. You stop repeating the same mistakes. You start asking better questions. What can I learn from this? How can I improve? What's the next step I can take, no matter how small? Responsibility doesn't mean guilt. It means power. Power to transform, power to lead, power to overcome. Now let's look at real-world examples. Successful athletes don't blame the weather, the referee, or the crowd. They focus on preparation, performance, and attitude. Entrepreneurs who build empires don't dwell on unfair regulations or difficult markets. They adapt, they innovate, and they keep pushing forward. High achievers in any field refuse to surrender their control by blaming someone else. Think about it. Every second you spend blaming is a second you could be building. Every minute spent complaining is a minute you could be creating. Every hour invested in excuses is an hour lost to execution. You don't have time to waste. Your future is calling. It's not waiting for you to finish blaming the past. Some people say, "But you don't understand what I've been through." You're right. No one else knows your story the way you do. But here's what is also true. Staying stuck in your story won't change the ending. Taking ownership will. Whatever happened to you wasn't your choice. But what you do next is, you can be the hero of your story or the victim of it, but you cannot be both. If you want to win, start taking full responsibility for your results. Don't give away your power by pointing fingers. Take it back by pointing yourself in a new direction. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for fairness. Don't wait for someone else to do what you're not willing to do. You are capable of more. But you'll never access that next level if you keep dragging the weight of blame with you. Winners stop the blame cycle and start the growth cycle. They focus on action, not excuses. They choose discipline over distraction. They know that success isn't handed out, it's earned. And you earn it through relentless ownership. Every day you wake up, you have a choice. Blame or build. Complain or create. Point fingers or point forward. So what do you stop immediately if you want to win? Do you stop blaming your parents? You stop blaming your boss? Do you stop blaming your background, your education, your past failures? You stop blaming the system, the world, the traffic, the weather? You stop waiting for someone else to fix what only you can change. You start living like it's all on you, not because it is, but because that's how you win. You may not control everything that happens to you, but you control how you respond. You control your mindset. You control your habits. You control your effort. And that's where success is born. Let go of the blame. Step into responsibility. Take back your power, because the sooner you stop blaming, the sooner you start winning. Now ask yourself, where in my life am I blaming instead of building? What excuse am I holding on to that's costing me progress? What action can I take today to take back control? You're ready to win. Stop doing what losers do. Stop pointing outward. Start looking inward. That's where all real change begins. That's where transformation lives. That's where your next level is waiting. The world doesn't need another excuse. It needs your example. Be that example. Lead with responsibility. Move with purpose. Show what it looks like to rise without pointing fingers. Because the moment you stop blaming is the moment you start winning. And that moment is now.